When I was 14, a friend of my sister's came to stay with us briefly at the end of church camp. And immediately when she got there, uh, other young men started coming a courting, and they were one of them was the son of the Episcopal priest from the Dalles, and one of them was a neighbor, uh, and so on. So they were, you might say, after her, and she pushed them away, which surprised me. I didn't understand, but at some point she let it be known that they wanted to have sex with her, and she did not believe in premarital sex. She had danced with them at church camp, and I imagine it was pretty warm, as dancing at church camp was from time to time. We did the foxtrot, and we'd circle around, but you'd dance closer and closer until you were rubbing against each other. And but they had gotten big ideas from that, and she wasn't having any of that. So she ran them off, and then one day she got a bright idea, and she asked me to go up to the little basketball court that Dad had built me a little ways from the house and shoot baskets with her. Well, when we got up there, she started having me take the basketball in my hand and then look her in the eye. And what is this? I didn't know what was going on, but it seemed kind of strange. But then we had a church outing at the beach, and she was really friendly to me there too. And mind you, I had never necked with a girl at that point. I'd had girlfriends, but I'd never really necked. So when we got ready to come home from the beach there, we got in the back of the pickup, and she said, "Well, you get in first." So I did, and then she got in and just sat in my lap, just snuggled up on me, really close and affectionate. And I thought, well, I may be naive, but I know what that is. So later that evening, when my dad went out to milk the cow, I snuggled with her a little bit on the couch. And then about the next day, she talked Mom into letting her borrow the car and go to a drive-in movie. And we went to the drive-in movie, and she took my hand and put it around her shoulder, and then she held it with her hand, and she kept squeezing my hand to try and help me work up my courage. For some reason, she wasn't going to be the aggressor. So the whole first movie, I was sitting there scared and wanting to kiss her so bad I couldn't stand it. So when that movie ended, I went into the concession place and got a soft drink or something. And when I walked in there, I said, "You've got to kiss that girl." So I came back out, the second movie started, and I leaned over and kissed her. Well, from then on, the entire movie, we did nothing but kiss, kiss, kiss. Well, then she stayed another, I don't know, a long time. My family was like, "When is she leaving?" And every day, she and I would look for opportunities to get away from where people could see us and just neck and neck and neck. And talk too. And she was just overwhelmingly attractive to me. She was very pretty, very sweet, witty. She used to tease me. She called me T-head. She would never tell me what T-head meant until much later, which turns out it meant turd head. But she wanted to tease me. Well, one night, my sister went out on a date, and so Ann and I went into my sister's bedroom and lay on the bed together for 2 hours or something, and just kept kissing and kissing and kissing, and it was overwhelmingly stimulating for me. She had made it clear to me that she did not believe in premarital sex. So, so she had chosen to curry me because she knew that I was inexperienced and probably wouldn't crowd her, and I never did. I never took my hand and put it on her breast or anything like that. It was just from the chin up, kissing, kissing, kissing. And a lot of French kissing and passionate kissing. And I don't know how much longer I could have resisted making some kind of a move because I was very stimulated, but I never did. I never crossed that line, and she loved that. When she was finally getting ready to leave, they told me I could walk her to the bus depot, which was walking downtown. We walked through a trail in the city park there and stopped and stood there and kissed for quite a while. But I didn't make her miss her bus. Well, but that evening, she reappeared. And my parents and my sister were like, "What?" And I said, "Well, I went by the place where I was supposed to get off. And I never did know what that was all about. I think she wanted to come back because she was very involved with me." And so the next day, they said, "You can walk her back down there again." And we put her back on the bus, and she was gone. Other than going up to Seattle once with my dad to go to a basketball game where she was going to a private school there, I think it was her senior year. She was 18 years old anyway, and I was 14. And my dad picked her up with me, and we took her somewhere. But I didn't. He was there the whole time, and I didn't get to kiss her once. So I never really got to be with her again after that visit to her home. I knew that she was older than me and would be involved with boys older than me, and I didn't have a car or a license to drive. I couldn't go up to Seattle. So didn't see her for many, many years. One fine day, we were up in Prineville, and I think it was about 10 years ago. I don't think I was married to Mary yet. I think we were very involved with each other, but not married yet. And Ann's mother, who was over 100 years old, was in a nursing home up there. And she told me, she called and said that she was up there to see her mother and she'd like to see me. And so we met, she and her husband and Mary and me at a bar restaurant there in Prineville. Her husband at the time was a Episcopal priest, kind of a, I don't know, lightweight sort of a guy, but he was fine. But we went together to see her mother. And when we got over there, after we greeted her mother, and who was still mentally competent, but very old, I don't know what triggered it, but Ann and I kissed each other. And it was just like we went back to when I was first in love with her. And everybody stopped and looked. And her husband and my fiance were not happy. They didn't say anything, but the steam rose up off of us, and I realized I was still in love with her, even though I'd been by then married to 2 other women and was getting ready to marry Mary if I hadn't already married her. But the passion I felt for that woman was undiminished, and it's still there. If she walked in here today, I would jump up and kiss her with tremendous sincerity and affection. I fell in love with that woman, and I've never gotten over it.